As President Donald Trump's new set of tariffs come into effect, China has hit back at the United States. On Saturday, the Chinese Foreign Ministry said the market had spoken in rejecting Trump's economic policies, posting a graphic on Facebook that showed stock market plunges in reaction to the trade levies that drew Chinese retaliation. It also called on Washington to resolve the differences with trade partners through equal-footed consultation.
You look at that. China, first row.
It comes just days after Trump announced a sweeping set of new tariffs on most US trade partners, arguing the import taxes would allow the US to prosper. Chinese goods received an extra 34% in tariffs, bringing the total duties slapped on the country this year to 54%.
So it's 67%, so we're going to be charging a discounted reciprocal tariff of 34%.
Trump also closed a trade loophole that had allowed low-value packages from China to enter the US duty-free. It's prompted retaliation from China, including extra levies of 34% on all US goods and export curbs on some rare earths. While it's escalated the trade war between the world's two largest economies, entrepreneurs like Camden Hogg are bearing the brunt.
Is something that is so catastrophic for my brand new business.
Last month, the American launched a business importing Chinese wine. But just as our first pallet of wine arrived in customs, Trump's tariffs were threatening to derail the fledgling venture.
I think it's absolutely slowed my ability to order new pallets to come in. We're literally just about to launch this business and launch these winemakers here in America. And I'm worried that I won't be able to reorder because the math won't add up.
Hogg had been living in Shanghai for over a decade, where she founded popular restaurants, like this one. Inspired by the growing enthusiasm for Chinese wine, especially among her international customers, Hogg saw an opportunity to bring bottles from boutique vineyards to American tables. But now the trade war means it could become financially unviable.
I'm trying to live the American dream. I'm a young American business owner. I found an amazing opportunity, and I'm trying to fulfill that in the market. And this is literally stopping that from happening. I can't think of a more ridiculous story that kind of flies in the face of what is seeming to be done by allowing these trade wars to happen.
Ukrainians in the city of Kryvyi Rih were mourning on Saturday after deadly Russian attacks the day before. 9 children were among at least 19 people killed in President Volodymyr Zelensky's hometown, according to local officials. It was one of Moscow's deadliest this year in the conflict.
Burying children is the worst thing there is. It shouldn't happen. Whatever the Russians are writing about us, calling us Nazis, the idiots should look at themselves.
A missile hit a residential area, killing 18 people and sparking fires, according to the region's governor. Authorities said Russian drones later attacked homes and killed another person. Officials also said the strikes left dozens hospitalized, including a 3-month-old baby. Russia's defense ministry said it had targeted a military gathering and denied attacking civilians. The Ukrainian military denounced Moscow's statement as misinformation. Meanwhile, an industrial facility in Russia's Volga River region of Mordovia was hit by drone strikes on Saturday. Reuters was able to verify the location of the eyewitness video, but not the date it was taken, though the region's governor confirmed the incident on Telegram without naming the facility. Media reports said it was a fiber optic factory. It came as Moscow accused Ukraine of stepping up strikes on Russian energy infrastructure, saying there had been 6 attacks over the past 24 hours. Reuters was unable to verify the reports of the strikes. Ukraine's military said Moscow's reports were fake and that its forces were only striking military targets. The two sides agreed last month to a US proposal to halt strikes on each other's energy infrastructure for 30 days. Both have since repeatedly accused each other of violating the deal.
Myanmar's military is limiting critically needed humanitarian aid for earthquake victims in areas where it sees opposition to its rule, the United Nations Human Rights Office said on Friday. That's as the death toll from last Friday's 7.7 magnitude earthquake climbed over 3,100, with more than 4,500 injured and more than 200 still missing, according to the junta. In the hard-hit city of Mandalay, volunteer aid worker Zhao Wing condemned the current response. A spokesperson for Myanmar's ruling junta did not respond to calls from Reuters seeking comment. Millions of people have been affected by Myanmar's widening civil war, triggered by the coup that ousted the elected government in 2021.
Audio streaming giant Spotify's royalty payments to artists from Nigeria and South Africa spiked to around $59 million last year, as performers rode a wave of growing interest in music from the continent. The Swedish company paid out some $10 billion in royalties worldwide in 2024. And while Africa represents only a small part of its offering, interest in African artists has ballooned. Buoyed in part by internationally recognized acts like South African singer Tyla and Nigeria's Burna Boy. Around 250 million user-created playlists now feature at least one Nigerian artist, and 220 million contain a South African, Spotify said on Thursday. Nigerian artists received over $38 million in royalties last year, more than double from 2023. Royalties for South African performers reached $21 million, up 54% year-on-year. Much of the interest comes from outside their home markets. Nigerian artists saw a 49% increase in export growth over the past 3 years, while South Africa saw export growth of 104%. The number of Nigerian artists earning over $6,500 doubled year-on-year and has tripled since 2022. In South Africa, the number of those earning between $5,000 and $26,000 doubled over the past 3 years.